See, it's that manifestation thing that trips you up every time, because if you don't care about being on the verge of manifestation, if the manifestation isn't an issue, the emotion is the issue. You're not on the verge of feeling interested, you're there. You're not on the verge of being happy, you're there. You're not on the verge, you're wholly there. And if you're wholly there, then it has to manifest. What we're trying to convince you in is the deliciousness of the knowing and the feeling of the vortex. We're not kidding you when we say everything that you want is about that feeling anyway. So why not go straight to the feeling and just feel the thrill of the interest, feel the thrill of the knowing. And we promise you the manifestation will come. That's just how it comes. That's how the rich just keep getting richer. So they focus like rich people focus, and then more rich comes to them. And we say, yes, but you don't have to be rich to focus rich. You don't have to be abundant this red hot minute. You just have to find a way of feeling abundant, you see. And the universe, we got to tell you, the universe will follow you round in a concierge-like attitude, opening doors and rolling out red carpets for you in ways that you can't hire done. In other words, when you start practicing the in the vortex emotions and you begin to see what this incredible universe is able to orchestrate for you now that you are an emotionally cooperative component, you'll never again have the conversation about being on the verge of it, because you'll be so full of the present tense unfolding of it. It's not like saving up for some big event. Everything is a big event. Oh, wonderful conversation with that person on the elevator. Feels so good moving down the street in my vehicle. Oh, magnificent weather showering down around me. Ooh, good ideas flowing in and out of my mind. Loving people surrounding me. Good meals everywhere I go. In other words, when you get tuned in to the frequency of this vortex, the kinds of things that we've been talking about become a non-issue. There's no effort. The vortex just takes you in. Esther says it's like being under the spell of something so wonderful and so powerful that it just says, here, loved one, here, loved one, here, loved one, here, loved one, oh, here, loved one, here, loved one. Ooh, you like that? Here's more. That feels good. Here's more. Think it can't get any better? It can. Here's more. It's like that. Just catch you in your on the vergenesses. When you catch yourself feeling that something that isn't yet is about to happen. In other words, there's a fine line between anticipation and expectation. In other words, anticipation, positive anticipation, and negative expectation. Expectation, what you expect. You want to train your expectancy into wonderful things. We want you to know as we know what you are capable of living fully. We want you to sniff it out with your emotions and embrace it so fully when you find those moments. Like right now, you know what's going on right now is you're listening to us. You are practicing the vibration of your true reality of well-being, you see. And a lot of it's manifested, but you're feeling the vibration of so much that's in your vortex. And if you could just maintain this feeling, you know what we're talking about. You're feeling it, aren't you? You can feel it because you know we know it. And when you know we know it like we know it, when we're focused on you knowing what we know, you know it. Don't you know it? You know it. You know it. You can't not know it. You cannot have been here listening to it and not know it, at least to a degree, in the way that we know it, you see. So as you just milk that, as you just milk what you know, then the universe says, well, this amplifies it, and this amplifies it. Here's evidence of this. Here's evidence of this stable vibration. Here's evidence of this stable, chronic, in the vortex vibration that you've got going on. What you're living, what's manifesting is always evidence of the stable vibration you got going on. And you have the ability to improve it all day, every day. All day, every day.
Yeah.
We want to put meditation in its perfect context. Meditation, distraction from resistance.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Distraction from resistance. So let's say you've got something that's troubling you and it's active and it's saying, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. Now, you might be able to think of something that feels a little better and think of something that feels a little better. And we've been teaching that for a long time, but it is a harder, slower way of going about it than to find yourself in the vortex and know what that means and then milk it, because everything in your environment must acquiesce to your stable vibration. It does. As you're walking around, everything that's manifesting as you walk around, as you move around through your world, as you move around in conversations with others, in conversations in your own mind, as you're moving around this physical environment in which you live, there is a grouping of closely associated vibrational cooperative components who walk around with you everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. It's just everywhere you go. That's what your world is. So here you are, you're walking down the same street with other people in different worlds because you're at different vibrational places. So what we were getting at, let's just finish out this thought. So what we're getting at is what's happening around you is a picture perfect reflection of your habit of vibration. But if you could let your knowledge of the existence of the vortex train your frequency, and if you could let the absence of thought, which is what happens in meditation, allow your frequency to raise. That's why meditate, your frequency raise, you're in a different place. Different things are actualizing around you. Try it and observe who you meet up with and how the day gets off to its start. Who do you meet? What do they say? How do you feel when they say it? What's your point of traction? Then the next day, meditate for 15 or 20 minutes and see if anything changes. And we promise you it will. Yeah. Something appropriate to your vibration will come to you. Something appropriate to your vibration is always what comes to you. Always.
Thank you.
There must be a way to tighten that. There you go.
To tag on what you're talking about, I've heard in one of your previous CDs about after you get up, then you would write down positive and keep going, get involved with that and keep going. Can you speak to that? I've been doing that, have a lot of success, but I'd like to build with that.
This is the process that we would we would make work out of it, focus on. When we go to bed the night before, we would acknowledge that, hey, while I sleep tonight, my momentum is going to stop. My point of attraction is going to cease. And so when I wake in the morning, I have a clean slate. I can push the reset button. I can start my momentum where I want it to be and just build it from there. And so when I wake up, I'm going to find something nice to think about, and I'm just going to focus there as best I can until I get some momentum going. So let's say you've been doing that for a little while. Well, sometimes the thoughts of what you don't want creep in. That's all right. Just be easy about it. Say nice things to yourself about that. Well, this is my first day, and I'm doing really well at this, and I'll get better every day, and by the time I get to 30 days, it will be easier. In other words, talk to yourself in positive terms in the way that you would want to mentor anyone who is trying something new and not very good at it. When the little one's trying to walk and falls down, you don't say, "Get up, you little dummy." You give them an opportunity to find their balance, and so you want to give yourself the same opportunity to find your balance. But then what you begin to notice is that once you get some of that momentum going, once you realize that you feel good, then it is helpful to begin focusing upon something. Esther likes to, especially recently, meditate early in the day if possible, because and what she's been doing in her meditation, sometimes she gets the Getting into the Vortex meditation CD that has several different subjects on it that you can focus upon, and sometimes she just sits with the intention of breathing a deep breath in and a long breath out and just doing that for 15 or 20 minutes. But what she has discovered is anything that she does early in the day with the intention of maintaining that vibration of no resistance makes it easier and easier and easier through the day. And so you could, if you are able to get into your day and have maybe 20 or 30 or 40 minutes before you're inundated with all of the other things that are necessary for you to do. Start out with thoughts that feel good. Bask in the deliciousness of your bed. Make a very short and easy list of things that you appreciate, and then maybe slip into a few minutes of meditation. And with that process, you will set the vibrational tone for your day. It is our promise to you that if you could get into a day like that, your point of attraction will be different than it was the day before. It would be different than it has ever been, because it's a new day. And the things that begin to flow into your experience will leave you smiling again and again and again, because you will recognize that you got out of bed on the right side, so to speak, or that you got off on the right foot, so to speak. What you want to show yourself is that you can control the direction of your thoughts. And until you show yourself that, do you accept that you create your own reality? We'll just throw that out to you. Conceptually, most of you who are coming to these gatherings would say yes. So then we say, if you accept that you create your own reality, do you accept that you do it through your vibrational offering? And if you accept that you create your own reality and that you do it through your vibrational offering, then you must understand that your vibrational offering is what you're thinking about. And the only way that you're going to know how you're doing is by caring about how you feel. So if you wake up with the intention of feeling as good as you can feel for as long as you can feel it. Some of you want to get out and take a walk. There's a really good reason that you want to do that. You've found that you feel better when you do that. You found that your body likes that. You feel that you're more lighthearted and you feel more upliftment. In other words, you gravitate naturally toward the things that feel good. Just gravitate toward the things that feel good on purpose for a little while. Pamper yourself. Pamper yourself with a good night's sleep. Pamper yourself with thoughts that feel good. Pamper yourself with deep breathing. Pamper yourself with plenty of water. Pamper yourself with getting outside and moving your body. Pamper yourself into alignment with who you really are, and then face your day. Then think about the things that the world is dealing with, and notice how different thoughts are coming to you from that vibrational vantage point than from that complaining, don't want to get out of bed vibrational vantage point that you may have been experiencing.
I've been actually getting up and writing them down. And I believe in one of your CDs you mentioned you had also done that.
That's helpful. Anything that helps you to focus.
Yes, and I've been doing that, and each day I come up with something different. A lot of days it's the same thing, but it starts my day in the right way. From there, I don't have as much success. I get in a good spot when I wake up. I get myself in a good spot before I get out of bed, and then I'll get up and start writing it down, and that seems to really, really propel my day.
Whatever it takes.
And
whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Okay. On one day it might be one thing. On another day it might be another thing. You don't want to do the same thing every single day. You don't even want to take the same walk on the same trail every single day. You don't want to run into the same people every single day. You don't want to have lunch with the same person every single day. You are expanding beings. You're reaching for more. There's so much in your vortex that is calling you. And we just want you to find some way to put yourself in this neutral place where that can call you. Because we promise you, if you wake up and you can maintain this neutral vibration, that vibration will call you. That's the path that will call you. Wherever your vibration is, that's the path that will call you, you see. So, if you accept that you are the creator of your own reality, and that the reason that you are the creator of your own reality is because you're offering a vibration, and if you are now acknowledging that you have the ability to control the vibration that you're offering, now you are invincible. Now there is nothing that you cannot be or do or have. Yeah, really good.
Thank you.
We got there for you? There is great love here for you. And as always, we remain stubbornly, joyously, eternally in the vortex.